Please lose my number, and just a piece of advice, get off the dating sites because women don't want a divorced fat guy.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Hello friends, trace amounts of science. We're back in it again today with r/NiceGirls. These girls are just so nice. Make sure you keep your head on a swivel lest you be charmed and then probably bitten at some point and filled with venom. It's just what they do. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Thanks for being here, friends, and let's get into it. This OP says, I'm done. Yeah, you wish. Hey, what are you doing Saturday? I saw this cool new Korean barbecue place in the inner city on TikTok, and I know you said you like Korean barbecue, so I was wondering if you wanted to try it out. Let me know. Hope your day off has been good. Not really interested anymore. It seems like you aren't available for me. I need someone with emotional availability, and I don't think you're that person. No offense, I just don't think it's gonna work out. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't think she knows what emotional availability is. She starts talking about timetables. Okay, we'll get into it. OP says, did I do something wrong? I thought we had a great time on Friday, and you said you wanted to go on another date, so I'm just wondering what has changed. You didn't get back to me for 2 hours. Yeah, people have to sleep and things like that. My entire life doesn't revolve around my phone. Do you understand? She really doesn't, and that's proven by the next sentence. What am I just meant to wait by my phone for you to text me back? No, do some other shit if you need to. I don't know. I'll get to it when I can get to it. How about that? Also, who takes restaurant recommendations from TikTok? Seriously, grow up. Where do you get your recommendations from? Yelp? That's so 2012, dude. Probably gonna claim that you go to some eyes wide shut type party where everybody gathers around and talks about how good the caviar is over at the Dorsia. You're full of crap, so's your existence. Get off Instagram. She's like rage scrolling Instagram for hours just waiting for him to text back. You have nothing else going on, truly? This is dodging a bullet as far as I'm concerned. OP says, I was at my parents' house yesterday for lunch. Like I said, I'm sorry for not responding, but I was busy. Yeah, definitely put your parents above some fucking random... We had one date. What are you talking about?
Who the do you think you are?
No, whoa.
Whatever. If you take 2 hours to respond to me every time is want to talk to you, I'm not doing it. It's ridiculous. It makes me feel worthless. Yeah, that's probably a problem deep within yourself, isn't it? I do not have the tools within my toolkit to fix your broken self-esteem, okay? It all comes from inside. You gotta go buy them yourself. Or not buying doesn't really work. You gotta make them yourself. And really only you and perhaps a licensed therapist can figure out how that can be done. Anyway, OP says, look, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. It's not my intention, but like I said, I was busy and so I can't text you all the time every day. I have a demanding job and I see my family quite a bit. I wouldn't expect you to be available for me 24/7. Yeah, but it's different. Tell me why it's different. She says that's what a relationship's for, being available for each other when we need it. If you're ignoring me, then I don't want a piece of it. Good luck finding a girl that's gonna put up with your crap. Bye, asshole. What? This is so far out of left field, dude. Thankfully, most women out there are not as deranged as this one. A 2 hour time gap? What were you doing? I put a tracker on your car. Tell me where you went. OP says, are you being serious? I am blocking you. Do not contact me. I do not want to hear from you again. And he says, okay. And she says, bye, loser. Good luck finding a woman that's interested in whatever twisted game you're playing. Honestly, I think you're the one that's playing twisted games here, but she's just trying to bait a response. Don't respond. Just okay is good enough. And he gets his personality from TikTok. Ha ha ha. Yeah, she scrolls Instagram. It's much better. Great for your mental health, clearly. You a-hole. You know, I thought you were different, but clearly you do not respect women or my time. You've led me on and made me believe you're a decent guy when you're really just an a-hole. I never want to hear from you again. Your actions have shown me who you truly are. I'm reporting your Hinge account and I hope you get banned. Thanks for showing me your true colors. Again, just really trying to bait that response, and OP just left it on, okay. I love that, dude. You're not gonna talk any sense into her. She's got a whole lot of stuff going on inside of her head and basically nothing else going on in the real world. How is 2 hours too long for you to wait? She is literally sitting by her phone, isn't she? You can at least download Candy Crush or something like that, right? I'll blow through a few minutes. Whatever. I don't think OP's actually done, you know, with the dating game, but definitely with this chick. Well advised. Steer clear. One date and hardly spoke. Why are you ghosting me? I thought you weren't into me. You're supposed to try a bit. Work harder. No, you. I've done all I can, okay? OP says, I don't play games. And she says, oh my god, why don't you try acting like a man? Yeah, a big, strong man who plays little baby boy games with me. I don't think that's gonna happen. OP says, bye. And she says, really? Stop being immature and just take me out again. And he says, bye. You're a piece of crap. Get over yourself, clown emoji. And then, interestingly, OP deleted this message. Huh, why didn't you want to share that with the class? It's a little bit sus. Now I'm going to have to go look in the comments and the profile and see if there's any good juice in there. But first she says, can we start again? There's a nice steakhouse I'd like to try. Yeah, and probably OP gets to pay. Whoop-de-fucking do. Have fun over there, okay? I will not be joining you. And then she has the audacity to be like, be a man, which is really just like a thinly veiled way to say, do the thing that I want you to do. I'll challenge your masculinity if you don't. But OP did the most masculine thing of all and had some self-respect and walked away. It's like, I don't need to put up with this shit. I'd be tempted to at least dump a little salt in the wounds. Be like, oh, what was the name of the steakhouse? And she'd be like, oh, it's this one. And I'd be like, cool. I'm taking my next date over there. She'll stalk you in the parking lot, I'm pretty sure. It's not a great idea. And with that bag sufficiently fumbled, we'll move into the next post. Another one bites the dust. Thanks for giving me your number. I was able to find out your information and saw that you are divorced. She did like the whole look up on him and stuff. Yeah, okay, go ahead, I guess. We could have communicated about these things like adults, but I see that you're a super spy, so good for you. I was oddly attracted to you at first, even though you're heavy, but I'm not at all attracted to someone who's been married before. Please lose my number, and just a piece of advice, get off the dating sites, because women don't want a divorced fat guy.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Nor do men want a vitriolic bitch, but I don't know, sometimes you have to make do with the hand that you're given. She is clearly a strong, independent woman, and she don't need no man. And she's gonna be independent for a very long time. Who would ever want to interact with somebody like this? No, not voluntarily. Anyway, next post. Went on 2 dates with this girl, and the chemistry was atrocious. Yeah, it happens. OP says, hey, been thinking about texting you today. I think you're a great person, but I just don't feel the spark that we both should be looking for. I hope you understand and can relate. I know we get along well, but something just isn't clicking. You're awesome, and I know you'll find someone that's perfect for you. You just gotta keep looking. And she says, oh, you don't like me anymore? What did I do? WTF, fine, leave me. Oh my god. Isn't this better than ghosting you? Isn't it? Can you have some respect for that at least? OP says, you didn't do anything. It's just chemistry. And you'll have it better with someone else, I promise. She says, yeah, right. Wow, real sad girl vibes going on right here. I could fix her. I could totally fix her. We'll see if you still feel the same when the jealousy starts leaking out. Whatever. I knew you were talking to someone else. I hope she's better than me. Do you actually? What is happening? OP says, I'm literally not seeing anyone else. I would tell you if I was seeing someone else, and I'm not. I'm just being straight up with you because you deserve that. Okay, go talk to her then. And then OP sends what I assume is his list of messages. Not talking to anyone else, see? Actually, I am. I'm sort of gay for Tucker, so... You mean Chris Trucker? I think you just misspelled Chris Trucker. Everybody's sort of gay for Chris, it's fine. She says, look, it's fine. I get it, I'm not enough. I get it, love's not for me. Fuck you! OP just says, okay. It's the perfect response, dude. I acknowledge what you're saying, but I don't have anything salient to say in return. I'm just gonna accept the thing that you said because what choice do I have, really? You said all those things, not me. You're so mean! Yeah, okay is about the meanest thing you could say to somebody. Opie says, I wasn't trying to be mean, but you're taking it pretty badly and insulting me, so you hurt me. I knew you didn't like me. Yeah, and yet you still got the date and you finished it out and everything was amicable. But then sometimes you go home and you think on it a little bit and you're like, meh, I want to roll the dice again. It do be like that sometimes. What, are you going to stick in a relationship you hate just because you had one date? No, it's best to cut it off now. In the long run, he did you a favor, although she'll never be able to see that. Oh well, like I said, can't fix it, gotta go. This OP says she cheated on me, then proceeds to send me all this. And all this looks like it's a lot, so okay, here we go. Get into it. First off, I know that you're not going to open my message right away, and it might take time before you want to open any of my messages and read anything at all. I'm not here to clear my name or to try and fix or amend something that's been broken for such a long time. I have absolutely no excuse and no words to say I'm sorry. Honestly, that word means nothing compared to the actions. Okay, so why bother even sending the message? The subtext here is I'm not trying to do any of these things, but if it did clear my name or fix or amend something, then that would be particularly advantageous to me. And don't fall for it. Something I've been lacking for a while now, and you asked me to fix it a couple of times. I'm not gonna sit around for days beating myself up wanting to talk to you, knowing that I've broken The Last of Us. And that's capitalized? You guys talking about the video game or something? She broke your little PlayStation disc there? God, now the PlayStation truly has no games. I know you're in anger and sadness, and nothing I say will repair any of that. I've failed you over and over again in many ways, and I know it. I failed you emotionally, I failed you physically, I have failed you with my actions, and I know that. Dude, just fucking spit it out, would you? This is a lot of words to say, would you take me back? And no, I won't. You are dead to me. I'm not gonna sit around and try to justify myself in any way, as I've been beating myself up already. See, we're taking no actual responsibility. This is this is so enraging. And I can't find a way to repair myself, but to drink my sadness away. Good, I hope you get cirrhosis. That's how I feel about it now. So blank, my friend, my love. I'll do the honor and break all this and walk away. Yeah, you're the one that made the choice, ain't you? Whatever. Just don't let the door hit you in the ass, you know? I know your feelings might be mixed. You will hate me but love me at the same time. It makes no sense at all, I know. I would love to hug you and apologize, but that wouldn't be possible anytime soon, and you need healing. Just deflect everything away from yourself. I think the person that cheated in the relationship is often the person that's much more in need of healing, psychologically. To do that to another person, somebody that you would call your love, it's disgusting. We need to bring back shame in a big way. Hashtag make America shameful again.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
Don't worry, guys. It's on its way. Damn. Anyway, continuing on. Dr. Girlfriend says, thank you for being a great man when I most needed you, and thank you for being strong for me when I did fail. I'm signing out of your life for good. Yeah, like it's a fucking AOL chat room. I would have blocked you a long time ago if it was that easy. Maybe one day we could talk again or even close the deal correctly, but for now, I'll give you the time, space, and healing. By the end of Sunday, I no longer be around. Stay safe. And then, yeah, presumably you don't respond to any of this. Let her spin her wheels, whatever makes you fucking feel better, I don't care anymore. And as we turn to the next page, we see OP did exactly that. No response. I'm so proud of you. There's no fixing this one, man. She belonged to the streets. Please let me talk to you. I'm desperate. Please. OP, please. I just need one minutes of your UE time. Please. E. What? She drunk right now, huh? I'm sorry, but I need to hear your voice one last time. I'm going insane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened long before you met me. I'm determined not to get pulled back into the shit pile. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I can't do anything else. I understand. Thanks anyway. I did love you, but I fricked your lobe. I flicked your, like on the earlobe? I'm okay with this anger. This hurts more than my dad dying. There's some subtext there, isn't there? Well, how close were you to your dad? Never mind, I can't get into that right now. This feels the same way. It's like really concerning. How long would you have to be together in order for her to feel that way? She doesn't actually feel that way, right? She's just drunk. I think she's just drunk. I feel like a part of me died. OP, I'm sorry. Sorry. You are an amazing man, and I do not deserve you one single, but I literally feel like ending my life for you. My sadness is too much. Yeah, a little bit of classic baiting in there. I love that OP doesn't respond to any of it. He's just sitting there chronicling it. It's ambrosia, really. OP! Okay, bye. I get it. I'm sorry for my failure. I'm a bitch and I deserve it. I understand, but you did not deserve all this. I love you. Bye. Yeah, good riddance. That's what I say. The entire apology, like, from word one, was clearly just this condescending act where she wants to pretend she's doing you a favor of cutting you off so you can heal, rather than, you know, taking any accountability or showing the slightest bit of remorse. It's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, I'm glad eventually she got the message and moved on, probably to ruin some other dude's life. But OP knows there's no fixing it, and deep down so do I, so I'm not even gonna try. Good luck out there, lady. Not really, though. You should probably become a hermit. Whatever. Moving on. This OP says matched, immediately went to snap, and this was about 10 minutes into them talking. OP says, I've dated 2 single women, and both of them rush things in terms of me meeting their kids. I'd just like to make it known that I don't feel like I should meet children until it's clear that something is solid with the mother. Very responsible approach. She says, okay, I'm not trying to be Russian with my sons, but I want a relationship like now. I have goals that I want for myself and my son, but I need someone for myself first. I deserve it. God, I hate deserve more than anything in the world. Why do you deserve it? You give me one reason why. What you're really trying to do is drag a complete stranger into your son's life, and probably they get attached a little bit until he realizes the mom's crazy, and then he dips, and that happens about 10 or 20 times. Then the kid grows up, feels like he can't really trust anybody, never forms a connection. I'm not speaking from experience here or anything, but it's not outside the realm of possibility, is it? OP says, look, I'm not looking to drag things out, but we also don't know each other, and I'm not going to get into a relationship with somebody I don't know. She says, okay, I'm also not going to be treated like rudeness either. She can barely form a sentence. It's best that you leave. This is putting a lot of investment into another man's son, which, you know, might pay off if he's grateful to you and grows up to be a rocket scientist, but I think neither of those things are going to happen based on the intelligence of the mother. I don't even know the other half of the equation, but I do know I don't have to be forced into anything, and I won't be treated like rudeness either. Opie says, yeah, that's totally fair. You shouldn't. And she says, you're being kind of rude about it. Ah ha ha ha. Opie says, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not. No, rudeness is another thing like the be a man thing. It sort of just means, why aren't you behaving in the way that I want you to? I have goals for my son and me, and you're supposed to provide the money for me to reach those goals. How about fuck no? How about you live in reality at some point? It's so good on OP for getting up and out. I don't know where these women come from. Crawling out from under rocks and all this.
She belongs to the street.
I'll tell you this though, every time I do a NiceGirls video, I grow just that much more grateful for my own wife, you know? Thank you, honey, for not being this way. We can all agree who the rude one in this exchange was, right? It's the person that feels entitled to another person's... I mean, it's just about money. She's 100% out for the bag. It's ridiculously transparent. Ugh. I hope to just stay married forever until I'm dead. I don't want to do this again. The quality of dating has declined quite steadily since I've left. You know, now like over 60% of people match on dating apps? How fucking terrifying is that? It's never going to work. Can't you just go out into public and say hello and try to build rapport with a pretty lady that you see often? There's no swiping involved. You're just like, hey, how's it going? I see you around here sometimes. Do you also see me too? Maybe we could be seen here together at some point. You know what I mean? I don't know if that line would actually work, but it is kind of stupid, like stupid enough to work. You could try it out. Let me know how it went in the comments. Thanks so much. Anyway, went to a family event and didn't text for about 3 hours. Yeah, we're seeing a lot like this today, I suppose. So, you've just been ignoring me all morning. Okay, well, screw you then. Screw you, butthole. And you're just gonna go back to ignoring me. So screw you. You're such a dong. Why'd you do this? All it takes is like, I'm gonna be busy today. But no, you just freaking ignore me.
Why you have to be mad?
Can you take a fucking chill pill or 10, you know? Get a couple of lewds in you and just chill out. I've been texting you every time I've been awake this morning. Why do you never fucking care? Freaking answer! Stop ignoring me! F you, I hate you so much. Jesus, this is unhinged. How old is this child? Just having a tantrum in the comments. I want a relationship and I want it now! Like Veruca Salt. Daddy, buy me a boyfriend!
I want it
I mean, yeah, I guess it's feasible. Money talks, bullshit walks. Anyway, you chose to freaking ignore me all morning, knowing I was super upset last night, too. Why don't you ever care about me? Check your freaking text. Go to a bathroom or something. You're such a dick. Why do you freaking do this to me? All I want is my freaking girlfriend to talk to me. That's all I want, but no, you can't even do that. Because you just don't care ever. You never care. You never ever fucking care. You're psychotic, you know that, right? You should be on meds of some sort. Let's help get you medicated. That's how we need to start this relationship off. Clearly, if things are ever going to work. The way things affect me never matters to you, ever at all. Then she called, and OP hung up. Are you serious? Do you really freaking not care that much? Screw you! If you don't answer me by noon, I'm blocking you. When you put your phone in D&D, you could have answered, but you don't care enough to do that, do you? You just want to freaking ignore me. God, I would love to ignore you. You know that Black Mirror thing where you can just block people? Now they're just a garbled mess. Can't see or hear anything. They basically don't exist. I would do that to her. Quickly. Now. Yesterday. ASAP. What's your excuse this time? Text me when you're not busy, I guess. I asked a freaking question, but you don't care enough to answer that, do you? Let me know if you're not busy to call tonight or text later. I'm sorry I was mean, though. I do want to say that. Yeah, sure. No problem. I love being verbally berated for nothing. I hope we can do it again quite soon. I'm happy to let the walls down and bring you back in here. Are you out of your mind? No, dude, this is over at this point. The respect has evaporated, if it was ever there. It wasn't fair to you to be so mean and say things the way I did. And then it's cut off there, and thank God for that. There's a voice message here that is transcribed. It went so well the last time we did it. Like. Do you remember that? I don't remember which video it was, but it drove me nuts. Hopefully this will be more coherent. I guess we'll find out. All I freaking want after I'm having a really crappy morning already is for my girlfriend to answer me and care, but no, you're just gonna sit there and freaking ignore me all morning. You're such a crappy person. I don't know why you never freaking care about my feelings. This is so constant. You never care about how you affect me and what your actions do to me, but you know that they affect me, and you know I had a shitty night last night because I missed you and wanted to talk to you, and then I fell asleep because I was crying. I cried myself to sleep last night. That's why I freaking fell asleep, because I was crying so hard that I just ended up falling asleep. Yeah, I think we've established that now. Please continue the story forward. And now you're hooking, ignoring me all morning. Oh, hooking. I think she said a naughty word. Text-to-speech generally doesn't like the naughty words. I know that if you're in freaking Cumberland, you've been up for a while, and I've been texting you since 8 a.m., so you can freaking reply and be like, oh, I'm in Cumberland, I'm gonna be busy today. I don't care what you say. You could have just said, it's 3-figure words. I've taken 5 seconds. I'm busy. That's all you had to say. I'm gonna be busy. That's all it would have taken. It would have taken like 30 seconds to type. And you don't care. You don't care enough to type a message that's going to take like 30 seconds because it's too much for you, or too busy, or blank being worried about your phone would have. I'm sure if blank freaking looked away for 2 seconds, you'd type out that message and be done, because you do it all the time and you tell me all the time that you can answer. I'm in Cumberland, hold on, but I don't. You never care. Now you don't care. Don't you fucking care ever. What a disaster. Can we not do the voice messages anymore? I think in the future I'm just going to ignore them completely, because when it starts, like, retention on the video just drops. You guys don't care, but it really does affect the algorithm. So if you sat through that mess, thank you. We'll continue with the post. Next post is titled, Girl Blew Up After I Told Her We Were Done. Yeah, sometimes it happens, you know? There are people out there, guys and girls, that just don't take rejection so well. She says, I am, laughing emoji, and he says, have a good one. And then she sends a voice message that's 31 seconds long. It's not transcribed, thank God. And then some more laughing emojis. And OP just sends, again, have a good one. If you say that one more time, you're not gonna like what happens to you. Stop being an immature piece of crap and get over yourself. And OP says, have a good one. I don't know what's going on here. Did she just drop a quote from Undertale? You aren't gonna like what happens next. I'm pretty sure that's from Undertale. So I'll do you one better with a quote from Hotline Miami. Do you like hurting other people? I think she does. You should respond back with like a slightly different variation and ask her like, so did you have a good one yet? And then whatever she says back to you, you just say, okay, Have a good one. You can keep this going forever. It's probably more healthy to be the big person and walk away, but if you didn't do that, I mean, I wouldn't judge you. Here at ReddX Industries, we do a bit of trolling ourselves. And seeing as you now have this woman occupied, doing a bit of trolling of your own, I think it's best that we just move on. Have fun there, you two. You crazy kids. Should have just ghosted her. Wild date. Yeah, I love that. She says, coming, X. It's Kimberly from Tinder, everybody. She's coming. OP says, I'm in the white seat Ibiza. Okay, just got home. Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. You seem like a nice woman, but I just feel a romantic connection. Sorry, that last part, you mean you don't feel one? Unfortunately, yeah. I don't feel one. That's why I never messaged and I walked out, so take care. And he says, yeah, you too. See? Just take it on the chin. It's fine. If you need to feel like you're the one that won, go ahead. Nobody's keeping track except for you. Then she comes back, of course, because she can't just let it be semi-amicable. Can I give you some advice? In fact, never mind. You knew I wasn't bothered, so you're gonna say all this. I get you don't want to look stupid or embarrass yourself. You invited me to yours like 2 times, and it was all off your own back, and even you told me you liked me. Facepalm. Dude, you're... I understand why you're doing this, but it doesn't look how you think it looks, okay? Maybe OP's out here trying to get ahead of the ball or whatever scheme you're accusing him of. But even if you're really hurt by it, you actually liked him, and that's how I know, because you're really hurt by it. Maybe next time we could try to just accept things with a little more grace, huh? My name's Kimberly, not Grace. What are you, dumb or something? Okay, sure. Then she says, cool, I'm done here, man. That's all I could say. And that's far from unfortunate for me, because I see why you struggled in dating/intimacy. Yeah, just look at her thrash about. This ugly thing that can't accept itself as it is. As a scientist, I am morbidly curious. Why don't we dump a little more salt in there and see what happens? She's dealing with this in the most childish way possible. Maybe one day she'll grow out of it. Maybe. Let's see some more evidence of someone not growing out of it as we get an update to the emotional availability girl post that we did earlier on. Remember, he went to eat dinner with his family for 2 hours and she freaked out? Well, she is still freaking out, so let's take a look backstage, huh? You're like such a bitch, boy. You're ignoring me again, huh? Just shows how much of a beehole you really are. You're not gonna fight for me or apologize for what you've done. You're just gonna leave me? Cool. Okay, message received. I don't know how to deal with this, okay? Back in the 50s, you give her 5 across the eyes. Just be like, snap out of it, woman. Let's go down to the malt shop for a phosphorus. And then everything would be all right again. But this is like new levels of histrionics. You know, if you weren't good looking, no one would match with you because your personality sucks and you're a disgusting pig. Can't believe men like you exist. I've reported you, by the way. Are you saying I'm good looking? Nice. That's like the only thing you absorb. And you aren't that good looking, by the way. I've been with many attractive men who actually treat me like a human being and respect my time. Pray tell, what happened to these many attractive men? Oh, they realized that you're a clingy piece of trash and ran away into the night. That's why you're lashing out like this. It must be a problem with everybody else except for you, right? I mean, she's not going to absorb the message, but she does need to hear it. You, sir, are not a gentleman with no personality and a crappy job. Everyone knows engineers make no money. What the fuck are you talking about? She thinks he means like a train conductor. How much do they even pay you to pull on the stupid whistle? Woo woo, I just made $5. Get out of here. I thought about not doing the update because kind of who cares, but also, yeah, this has been very entertaining. He says, look, I've tried to be nice. He responds now after like 20 messages of her just going off. You should have just blocked it early on. You know that, right? We're learning lessons here today, right? Shouldn't have responded. Never, ever. I don't care if you block it or not, but do not respond. But he does. Look, I've tried to be nice, but this is genuinely insane behavior. Wow, look who's finally decided to respond. Did you grow a pair, you little bitch boy? See, all she wants to do is evoke a reaction. This is the only way that daddy would give her attention, you see? OP just says, this is not normal. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Put me in timeout? You gonna spank me?
Well, that depends. Have you been a bad girl? No, I can't.
It's getting weird. She says, no, actually, you're not freaking normal, you piece of crap. What, you treat me like crap, then you come back calling me insane and not normal? How insecure are you? No, you. OP says, I hope you get the help that you need. Have a good one. Yeah. She should be on a large amount of antipsychotics. She says, screw off, you piece of crap, loser. Never contact me again. Also, no you. Your Hinge will be banned, and you'll be alone forever, lol. Loser, piece of crap. With a poop emoji. God, man. Do you think that every relationship comes from Hinge? Do you think every relationship comes from a dating app? Get off the fucking dating apps, because people are really only on the dating apps because they don't know how to interface physically. Although that problem does seem to be growing more and more severe by the generation, so we're probably going to lose that battle. Anyway, you've completely ruined your chances with me and will never see me again. Fingers crossed. Must feel like crap, knowing you let a good one go. Citation needed. I'm disgusted by you and all men. You all act the same like douchebags and expect to get everything you want. You are a pig. OP says, okay, well, I'm going to block you now. Yeah, just put her outside. Let her scream at your closed door for the next 3 hours. And just as a reminder, this was all because he did not text her back for 2 hours. Because he was eating dinner with his parents, I think is what he said. So yeah, it's absolutely ludicrous to go off the rails like this. But you know who can put it back on the rails? A train engineer! Woo woo! I just got $5 for blowing the whistle. She says, okay then, block me, coward! Show me how much of a coward you really are, piece of crap, sexist a-hole, misogynist pig! Wow, that relationship absolutely torpedoed, and she's the one that did it. Do you think she'll ever realize that she's the one that did it? She'll sit around and be like, why does everybody leave me?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Because you pushed them away. Your personality's repulsive. And that's when you aren't actively chasing them out the door. You really need to pull yourself together, okay? Just for everybody's sake, mostly your own. Like, the only one who truly suffers from this behavior is you, but she doesn't see it. Glad we got the update. That was a hell of a ride. Be careful out there, fellas. This is why we should also take our own cars to first dates, so, you know, girls like this don't find out where you live. She's gonna do something weird on your front lawn or light something on fire. It's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna take my own advice and run it away from her as fast as possible. This OPS, what does this mean? Thanks for ignoring me. And he says, anytime, man. And she says, what the fuck is your problem? I want to feel ignored. You're not supposed to respond. Whatever. Okay. This next one is God's chicken changes you. God, I need some of that chicken too. I'm sort of off my fried chicken kick now, but I could get back on it if you got some chicken. She says, oh, okay, what about Cash App? It's $42.29. My Cash App is this. And okay. He says $42 for lunch. Girl, what are you eating? What you gonna send this bitch almost $50? Have you gone on the date yet? Tell me something. Has simping ever worked in the past? Then why do you continue to do it? She said, Chick-fil-A, stop. You're making me sound so fat. $42 at Chick-fil-A? You are a hungry bitch, I gotta tell you that. OP says, you're not fat. Hush, lol. God's chicken changes you forever, I guess. And she says, lol. Chick-fil-A is God's chicken. That actually is pretty funny. But you need to stop all the simping, I'll tell you that. If she's like, oh, you make me sound so fat, I'll be like, I'm the one that implied it, but you're the one that said it out loud. Just own it, double right down. She won't know how to respond. It'll throw her off kilter. And then you don't have to look like a pathetic simp handing people out for a lunch that you didn't even get to go to. Anyway, whatever. Continuing. I'm trying not to attack the OP, but I really feel I want to. OP says, I'll make you a deal. We continue to get to know each other some more, give it more time, and I'll buy you lunch as long as it's like $25 and under, all right? Well, she didn't like that negotiation none too much. What, you can't even afford $42? What's wrong with you? She didn't say that. Or did she? Let's find out on the next page. Oh, it's just buy, not my type, lol. Yeah, okay. Good riddance. $42 at Chick-fil-A, you're feeding her man, her secret child, and her. That's ridiculous, okay? Or she really is just, is she a great big fat girl?
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy!
I don't think she would call herself, well, maybe she would. She's just looking for the validation that she's not fat, so she calls herself fat. How does the math on that work out? I'm not really sure at this juncture. But regardless of any of that, this is why we don't negotiate. She wants the $40, I say, nah. And then she calls herself fat, and I say, yeah. And whatever. You can't handle it when I violate the social contract? Maybe you should try not doing the same, right? Right. Bullet dodge, as far as I'm concerned. Glad you got the hell out of there. To all the OPs today. But we'll do some more stories. Let's see. Help me with a reply ASAP. It's not my job, dude. Running through an AI or something. People are gonna freak out I said that. He says, no, we can't see each other again. The only words that came out of your mouth were, and okay. You were glued to your phone. I'm sorry, but I get the feeling that you're not interested in me anymore. Okay, but I was into you. I don't know why you're feeling like that. I just stated the reasons that I was feeling. She didn't even read. Can she read? OP says, probably because I had to carry the conversation for 2 to 3 hours and you were busy texting Biden. What does that mean? Your loss. If you want to try another, you can take me out again. Try your best this time. Shrug. Fuck out of here. I wasted the money already. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what they say. And you're looking for a reply to this woman? What the hell for? You already had a terrible first date. She's only trying to bait more replies out of you. If you really must reply, just be like, yeah, no thanks. But yeah, you've already wasted enough time. It's time to focus on more positive and constructive things. People who will actually show you some respect and maybe even be a pleasure to be around, Fingers crossed. Good luck out there, champ. This OP says, memories of my BPD ex. What a treat. We need to find a better way to talk about feelings. Some way that we don't blame the other. And let me just try and say that this was me trying to be nice without you asking, and you didn't even seem to realize it. So yes, it upsets me because I'm actively trying to do what you want and you don't even acknowledge it. Yeah, it's your fault that you don't acknowledge it. Opie says, can you see the irony of those two messages back to back? And she says, no, I can't. Good. Then I think we're done here. Very obvious reason she's an ex, no? You gotta go through some crap relationships to figure out what it is that you really want. And I see you're well on your way with that, OP. This next post is, I think I found one in the wild. It's on a thread of some sort. First date with a guy, and he just asked me where we should meet. What do I reply? Seems like he needs me to tell him how to dress too. Somebody swoops in and says, what the hell? You actually being serious? Wow. Beautiful women, but you're probably as insufferable as can be. Imagine if you do mental gymnastics like this for a basic courtesy. What would you do with a real problem? Let me guess. I'm actually really nice. Thanks. I can tell. You're one of the nicest girls out here, ain't ya? She's looking for a real take charge type of man. When she agrees to the date, you're supposed to say, meet me down at the McDonald's and you're getting a chicken sandwich. Wear that tube top that I like so it's real easy for me to pull him out. She's like, oh my god, he's such a gentleman. Next post is titled, 5th time in a month this happens. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Hey there, it's Vin. And she says, oh my god, you have an Android? It's not an Android, it's just a cappuccino machine. Oh, you mean my phone? Yeah, that is. Why, is that a big deal for you for some reason? That's weird. You seem like a really vapid and shallow person. Have a nice life. This OP says, I was just chilling, smoking some grin. It's legal where I live, and then this happens. Maybe I'm a dick and I don't realize it. It's another fucking voice message. Is this translated? I'm not gonna do it if it's translated at any point. Okay, it looks safe. I think it's okay. She says, that it is. And he said, it's just a little nerve-wracking as you get used to it. It'll become better. Oh, you're talking about smoking that stuff. You get like high school stoned, huh? She says, I practice from 10:30 to 12. And he says, nice. Yeah, I need more practice though. And he said, it's not something you want to rush into. Yeah, but I do the practice of driving and such. Right. You act like rushing this when I don't drive at all. No, I was just cautioning you is all. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I checked the comments, the thread these people are 30 years old. They're talking like a couple of 16-year-olds that just like... I think I'm losing brain cells reading this. Probably I shouldn't rush it. That's... That's the reason that's happening. Okay, we'll go slower. She says, I only get to practice with one of my friends who said they would help on their day off if I'm lucky, so don't assume I do it all the damn time. Wow, we really turning the heat up just a little bit, huh? Getting super offensive about your driving practice. And OP fucking buckles like a belt. He goes, you're right, I'm sorry. No. You're the one that took this shit over the top, and if you want to go over the top, I know how to. She says, I was just saying I needed more practice. That is it, but damn, won't say that again. Fuck, now I don't even feel like learning to drive. I was just excited, but I'll go screw myself. Yeah, it's my fault that you can't drive. Make sure you tell that to yourself a decade down the road when you have nothing and nobody. I blame that one Tinder date that we smoked some green together. OP just says, well, now that I'm not high, I can form stable thoughts, but it was never my intention to piss you off. Dude, stop folding. Fucking house of cards over here. Oh, you call that because he's good at poker? No, because he falls over at the slightest breeze. She says, I know, but you also gotta realize that I'm not rushing it. It's been years coming. Yeah, you should have been able to drive over a decade and a half ago, and yet you still can't. And for whatever reason, you don't feel like... I mean, I guess you haven't rushed it up to this point. So yeah, why start now? Also, finding help, so it's unfair when you decided to rush that. Yeah, because you were excited. What the fuck? If you were truly that excited, then you would want to rush it. No? OP says, I know, I'm just trying to look out for you. I wasn't trying to crush your excitement. Hell, I was excited for you. You know you ain't gonna be able to, like, salvage this thing at all. It's time to throw the whole relationship away. This is stupid. All these stoners out here like, pot totally doesn't ruin your brain, man. Okay, well, exhibit A and B. And also C. I guess I'm C, yeah. She says, what is there to look out for, huh? You realize I don't get freaking chances like this to practice or to even work on things like that? What is there out for? What is out there for me? You missed a lot of words there. OP says, I'm a warrior by nature. It's nothing against you or anyone else, I suppose. I just know that things are fine until they're not. I mean, isn't that a reason to not be a warrior? Things are fine, eventually it'll go wrong, and then we fix it. No big deal. Now OP's getting all trying to defend himself from this fucking nothing accusation. Please calm down, sweetheart. It's okay. I know you'll learn to drive. No, don't push me on. I'm gonna take my time. You're both a fucking mess. You know that? It's hard to extrapolate 2 whole lives from a string of text messages, but I'll do it. Count on me to do it. She says, dude, I don't get a freaking chance to practice, so that's so unfreaking fair. You act like I'm out here. And then it's cut off. Opie says, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if we're even talking about the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Then what are we talking about? You've been giving crap all day about freaking practicing driving and how I shouldn't rush it, even though all I was freaking doing was practicing parking in a parking lot where they do the road test. Wow, that's good for you. That's great. I'm really excited. How dare you be excited? I don't even get to practice that much. See? There's no winning in this situation. It's time to pack it in. Let's walk away forever now, huh? A little bit of self-respect wouldn't hurt. We had like a long string of self-respecting OPs, and then we have this simp. I'm not gonna apologize because you're crazy, okay? OP says, I don't think I was even giving you crap. I was even encouraging you. Even I said it's not something you want to rush into, and we were just talking in general. Of course, that's not good enough for her. She's spinning out of control already. OP did not hit the ejection seat as he should have. When the fuck have I rushed into driving, huh? Seriously, you know how hard to find people actually have time to freaking help me? That's seriously unfair to say. I'm rushing when I finally just got someone to help with something I needed to learn. Seriously, so unfair. You know what's unfair is the fact that I have to read your fucking horrible syntax and try and make sense of it. You know why people don't have time to help you learn to drive? Because you're fucking 30 years old and everybody's living their own lives. If you had tried to do this at 16, there would be plenty of time. You got nothing but time at 16. But no, we want to do it in a decade and a half later and rush it, but not rush it too much. I'm going to rush it when I have time and somebody to take me, but otherwise I can't rush it. And that simple fact is just causing this spiral. I'm mystified. OP says, I could be wrong, and if so, I apologize. Stop fucking apologizing. Can you do that?
Could you do that for me? Thanks.
But I honestly am happy that Evan is helping you. I was just trying to be supportive. I don't think I meant you were rushing into it. Just stop. Just stop! She is nuts, but so are you for thinking that this is ever going to be any better. And she says, then how did you mean it? Because, dude, I don't help it. I'm not practicing as much as I'd like, but I'm rushing it. If I would already took driver test. Then I'm working on getting more used to things. God, this kid's unreadable. Ah!
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.
I think I undermeant what you stood. But it's still sort of driving me up a wall. OP says, driving a car when you're not used to it can be nerve-wracking and a lot to take in all at once, which is why when they take driver's ed, they do it in segments. All I was saying is that it takes time, I guess. Perhaps the way I said it, i.e. don't rush, came off as talking some kind of way. That's a perfectly normal statement. At a certain point, you have to realize when the other person's being irrational, you know? She's got this whole fucking complex about it, and she's like, don't rub it in my face. It's like, literally, I was just saying I was gonna go drive to the store, and she's like, why do you get to drive and I don't? I'm not rushing it. Okay, you're an insane person. I'm going to disengage now. She says, why the frick do you think I'm practicing for? I already have freaking anxiety, and that's why I haven't got my license. And OP says, sorry. What are you sorry for? It's not your fucking fault. You're apologizing for her poor behavior, her poor decisions. If you've got anxiety, then get it medicated so that you can drive or choose not to drive. But this wiffle waffling, I can't stand it no more. She said, like I said, that's unfair judgment. And he says, I wasn't judging you. I don't judge you. You're just begging for mercy in this conversation. Is this fun for you? Do you enjoy being the bottom bitch? She says, I've driven on back roads and on dug properties, so I know some things, but I'm not rushing it by any means, so it's unfair to assume that I am. I was just excited to share I got to practice something today, was all. Bam! You think I'm rushing it. And OP says, yeah, I don't get what's happening anymore. Okay. you both need to grow up a lot. I'll admit that she seems definitely more immature than him, but I'm not going to sign off on this like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that your life has been that way. It's your life. You molded it. What do I have to apologize for? Because I tried to engage with the stupid fucking thing that you want to tell me? Yeah, actually, I don't care at all. You should have gotten your license at 16. What's wrong with you? Are you a dysfunctional human being of some sort? Well, don't worry. We all are. But some more than others, as evidenced here. I think that about wraps it for me today, friends. Thank you so much for watching the Nice Girls with us, you know? You can sign up on the Patreon or the YouTube memberships if you'd like to support us monthly. You could share the video around, and I'd really appreciate that, especially if you know some nice girls. They need to hear this above anyone else. Although probably it'll hurt their pride and they'll spin out in the comments, but I don't know, that's a good time too. You can also check out my fourth wall if you're looking for some merch. Oh, we got all kinds of new stuff up over there. Of course, if you can't afford to do that stuff, you don't want to do that stuff, that's absolutely fine. You watch I got your watch time. YouTube loves that. You know what they love even more? If you click another video, watch another one. Check out the little sidebar there, huh? I'd recommend my content above anything else on YouTube. Of course, I'm a little bit biased. So whatever you decide to do with the rest of your day, friends, always remember that you're loved, you're worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.